That look right there. That look right there is try it.
Play with me if you want to.
Play with. I'm not for play.
No. That's play with it. Play with it if you want to.
That's Shakara Richardson when she was winning the races. It's too early. Okay. Hello.
I was scared to say. I was scared to laugh.
Hello.
What's going on, everybody? I am KD Bowe, Rod Minger.
Hilarious.
The amazing Tiny, a.k.a. Indescribable.
Hey, y'all.
It's the KD Bowe Show, live from the Content Factory. All right, here we go. Weekend recap. Rod Minger, how it go down?
Oh, man, I kicked it this weekend. I hosted a 50th birthday party for a lady named Miss Caprice. It was her name, Caprice, yes. Which was great, man, because her husband booked me in July. He did something weird. He called me every week leading to the show, and he wanted me to know how hyped this party was going to be.
How old was he?
He is 50 as well. So they both are 50. They're 50 and 50, which is kind of hilarious. But then he told me there was going to be a church crowd and told me to prepare. And he told me it was a royal birthday party, and I needed to dress up to the T. So I came in an amazing suit. Jazz had an amazing dress on. And we walked in, and the only people dressed up were me, Jazz, the DJ, and the couple.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, people had on booty shorts, tattoos out, body suits. And then they told me it was a church show, and I walked in, and Luke was playing. Don't stop, pop up, let me see you do the brown. I'm like,
At the church function?
It was at an event space in Hapeville. So at that moment, I was like, why would they on me so hard about doing a church show? Like, so now I'm going to cuss. I'm going to treat them like what it is. And they had an amazing time.
Okay.
I let them have it.
Did you cuss or did you?
I held back because her mama was there. So I was like, she 50. Her mama got to be like 85, something like that. So I like, I held it in. But a couple of things slipped out. It was liquor there. People had brought malt liquor in their purse. I mean, it was lit. This party was old school Southern country.
So not a church event at all.
It wasn't a church event at all. It was a hood barbecue inside a building.
But people don't get that sometimes, like when we deal with like church events, we call it a church event, but it ain't really a church event. Like when you so when you go to a church picnic, do you really think they want to hear Shirley Caesar and Kirk Franklin and the Mighty?
I mean, you can do Before I Let Go. You can do like some soft rock.
Yeah, but at some point, if you go to a church picnic, everybody at the picnic ain't necessarily in the church. You got people that your mama go to the church, but them kids, hey, they about that life.
You know damn well you don't want to listen to no Shirley Caesar while you eating ribs. Period.
Beans, green, potatoes, tomatoes.
Before I Let Go is a nice happy medium.
It's a happy medium.
It's happy songs that don't necessarily talk about sex. They could go for
people don't want to go too far. And there's sometimes with those church functions, I think we overthink what people are going to think while they're there. And especially with me being a comedian, they bring you in like, man, I don't really want you cussing, but everybody pulling up to the church listening to Tupac.
Right. Church people are just regular people, bro. They just don't really, and trust me, they want to be able to have a good time. They want to enjoy themselves. And they ain't really trying to just be, feel like, oh man, everybody looking at me.
We did church already on Sunday. Yeah. We're here to party.
I'm here to turn up.
Right.
And what a liquor.
Right.
Yeah. What a liquor.
And also, shout out to Kaim. I did a photo shoot with Kaim. Over the weekend. Picture should be done pretty soon. So appreciate your time. That was pretty dope. He has a studio space where he does photography. So if you guys are looking to do some photos, holla at your boy Kaim.
I felt something right then.
What was that?
Did he tell you when the pictures are going to be done?
Yeah, he said it'd be done today.
Mm-hmm. That felt very reassuring to me.
That they'll be ready today?
I want to remind you, Kaim, that you told me
they'd be ready today.
That them pictures was going to be done today.
It's just like a soft reminder. Like,
I don't want to call myself a prophet, but I better stop it.
I wasn't a prophet. But the photo shoot was fun. We had a great time. Here's some example. That's some video footage of us, me and Jazz. Y'all just look and pretend the video's up there.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So she had an amazing, that white dress was from August Rose. And so, yeah, that's doing it, man. So Kaim did a good job with that, man. So we should see those photos today.
Hilarious. All right. Tell me about your weekend.
Well, I spent the weekend in Orlando, Florida.
Hey, now.
Really?
Yes, on a resort.
Wait a minute. This is the one with the snake?
Yes.
I did see the snake.
You got to tell me about that.
Okay, so, we weren't there to play with snakes, first of all. We was actually there. We were there we were kayaking. We were kayaking. And I don't know if you've ever been kayaking, but it's actually painful. It's arm work. You get one row. You get one row, and it's So we did that about 2 miles in the Florida Everglades.
It's a long
Those gators
way.
out there. You was in danger.
It was alligators. It was turtles. It was snakes. It
How
was
close did you get to alligator?
big spiders. Rolled right past us. His name was Charlie.
Okay.
Rolled right past us. He was chilling. He was like, "Yo, y'all good?"
Yo, Tiny, you about that life.
I am such an adventure-seeking person. I love roller coasters. I love safaris, all that stuff. So when he brought out the snake, I was like, "Give me that reptile. Give me that snake." And then
I tried to hold it in.
I saw yours.
I did good. I'm trying to be
I was waiting for that one.
I tried to be
no, but it was cool though. His name, the snake's name was Magazine, and obviously they have a lot of people coming through doing the kayaking and the tours and stuff.
Right,
so
right.
the animals aren't not used to people. So he kind of, we put out the cameras and he started posing and stuff. And
the snake.
yes,
He knew to look at the camera.
yes.
That is awesome.
It was crazy, but it's like I said, they see people all the time, so it's not out of the norm for him to be wrapped around somebody's arm, taking pictures and hanging out, and everything was fun. It was this one couple was hilarious. They were white, and they just weren't satisfied with the tour. They weren't satisfied with the tour. Our tour guide told us before we started that they had already had like kind of a little attitude with them, and so when we got on the tour, they wanted to like kayak ahead and like ask all these random questions that nobody knew the answer to. And at one point, they literally just disappeared down the Florida Everglades.
Oh, no.
They just went on their own tour, and we never saw them again. And by the time we got back to the land, they were gone.
You sure they came back?
Not my business. They grown.
Somebody check on Betty and Robert, please.
It was none of my business. But I thought they were being kind of like snooty a little bit.
Yeah, like they've been there before.
Yeah, and it was kind of like,
I don't like
at
that.
the end, he was like, "Anybody want to take a shortcut?" Well, not too short of one. We paid for that.
Wow.
No, not one of them.
I said,
Wow.
Martha. She was very annoying.
Was it a Martha?
I don't know what her name was, but she was giving Margaret vibes.
Oh, her name was Karen. You ever been around people, man, and like, you don't smell you?
Like,
And it'd be such a
Like,
strong smell.
Yes. It's that unusual, you ain't from round here smell that like, yo, so that's
something
not burning
spoiled.
your nose?
Something spoiled in your stomach. Your stomach is
You
spoiled.
don't feel that?
do you work outside?
You're right.
You have to work outside. That's how I work outside.
You
Smell.
construction worker.
Yeah, you need lava soap.
Yeah,
It'd be
something.
too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it's overbearing for other people, it has to be overbearing for you.
You always smell you first.
You have to smell yourself.
First.
Hey, man, so a couple things for me to happen over the weekend, but one specific, not necessarily the weekend, but be in prayer. But he's doing okay. I don't want to say it like that. Todd Dulaney, a gospel singer, he has this big, purebred African dog that's like 165, 170 pounds. Well, the dog is, he has videos of him and all this kind of stuff. Well, the dog, when they were out of town, came back, the dog, man, bit his junior, Todd Jr., bit the son in the face.
Oh, Lord.
And so fortunately, it was a situation where it didn't tear his nose off. But when you research this kind of dog, and I got to remember what dog it was, but when you research this kind of dog, you see that they have, when they bite somebody, they take the whole jaw off.
Well, I can imagine it's a 160-something pound dog.
And the dog looked like a horse.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to call him, but I need to find out. He was talking about, man, I gotta give him away. I can't keep this dog in the house. And again, his whole family got small kids and everything is around the dog, and the dog just decided today is the day.
Yeah.
I don't like you, and I'm gonna bite you. And it was just bad. So can you imagine that, man? You as a father or a parent watching this big beast,
Yeah.
wow, grab your kid.
He attacked him, or were they playing?
Oh no, they weren't playing.
He was just
They
sitting
weren't.
there.
They weren't playing.
That's a very huge difference between dogs playing
Yep.
and being
Oh,
aggressive.
there we go.
Oh,
Look at
heck
this.
no.
Look at this. Look at
That
this.
dog right there,
That dog.
he got to go to bed.
Yep.
He's got to go to bed.
That dog
Yeah.
got grown man features.
That dog is a man. I seen him outside. He asked me for $1.85.
His name's Stanley. He looked like a Stanley.
Stanley Wilkerson.
Yeah, so and what he was saying was this baby girl here, she walked up on him and petting him and having a good time. He did nothing. Todd walked up, did nothing. Other kids walked up, did nothing. But Todd Jr., oh yeah, I don't like you. And he got him. But fortunately, his nose, it was separated just a little bit, but they were able to kind of, no stitches, just kind of do the glue thing, and he's doing fine. So fortunately, he's doing good. But I thought about that because you said these animals be just, they know how to toe the line.
I mean, I think I'm not saying the child did anything wrong, but sometimes animals just there's a certain energy that's present, and they first of all, let's be clear, animals are for the wild. Just because we've domesticated them and we have them as pets and we feed them and all that stuff, it don't always work like that, you know, because at the end of the day, that's a descendant of a wolf.
Believe it. Wolf or bear. That was bad. That whole situation was.
Oh, bear wolf.
Bear wolf. God dang it, that's good. Man. Oh. Bear wolf.
Y'all today.
Wow, that was good. Man. Wish I'd have thought about that.
The KD Bowe Show.
Brought to you
by a bunch of shit we shouldn't be talking about.
Let's get with it.
Just gonna beat that out.
I was wondering, because we had a conversation over the weekend as well about at what age did you come into yours? Like in which, you know what? I can't beat them off with a stick. This is I ain't even working for it at this point.
This is funny because I ran track in high school, and I've always been a very, very petite person. My whole family's small. My daddy's like 5'6". So we are very small people. I was never the brick house. Never. You can ask people from elementary school, high school, whatever. But something about this quarantine. Something about this quarantine. I don't know if it was the snacks. I don't know if it was the laying around doing nothing, not going out. I don't know if I don't know what it was. I don't know if I've started taking another vitamin or what. But there's a lot back there. And I'm going to say that I came into my own at 32. And I had no idea that people saw me that way. It started on Instagram, and then it kind of escalated with TikTok.
Oh, my God.
And I was thinking, because I've always been the small person. So in my head, forever and always, I'm thinking, nobody's looking at me. I'm small.
I'm going to pause you for a second. Behold. Behold.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Please give me commentary. Okay, I need you to be Ernie on SportsCenter. I need you to put commentary to this picture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Tiny up here, a.k.a. used to be Tiny. We're going to call her Heavy. She has the fruit roll-up dress that is fit like a maxi dress with the nice wood background and the fire department signal in the background. And the braids are amazing. That she still had. She took them out already. She already took those out. Tiny is so rich. She wears braids for 3 days and she takes them out. I am sick of it.
I'm gonna be Shaq. Hey, Ernie, what about the face? The look on the face, though. What you think about that?
That look right there. That look right there is try it.
Play with me if you want to.
I'm not for play.
No. That's play with it. Play with it if you want to.
That's Shakara Richardson when she was winning the races. It's too early. Okay. Hello.
I was scared to laugh.
Hello? Is it me? Yeah, I can do the show. What time?
Right.
Next Saturday?
You can't.
8 p.m. Got it.
You can't be like this.
Oh, but hilarious though. Yeah. That was good. You was winning. So you saying nowadays?
This all literally just happened since probably January, February.
Has it changed your vibe though? Do you feel different?
No, because I've always had a lot of confidence in myself, and it didn't necessarily come from the way that I looked. That was instilled in me from childhood. My parents did a really good job of, baby, if you want to say something, you can say it. These folks ain't gotta like you. As long as you look in the mirror, you like yourself. So that was my attitude my whole life. But now people are like, you wear a certain pair of jeans, you wear a certain type of dress, and that is what people focus on. And I'm not used to that because I'm used to people telling me, "Oh my gosh, you have really beautiful eyes," and now they're like,
"Excuse me,
excuse me."
I must know you got that dress from.
They do though. They'll ask me. Girls will ask me, "Where did you get those jeans?" Dudes would be like, "Well, I ain't trying to say nothing about the thing that's stuttering." When they go to stuttering, and I'm just I ain't trying to see what that be like. Men are so crazy, and it's funny because they get creative. They're like, I'll be your side piece if.
Oh no!
Nah, they hit you with that Grand Rising Queen.
I'm like, sir, you saw the dress. I know you saw the dress. Everybody saw the dress. You don't want nothing.
I don't mean to disturb your DMs with Grand Rising Queen. I hope that your day is going immaculately and beautiful because you're so awesome and amazing. And I'm not here because you're fine. I'm here because your posts are very intellectual. Show us up.
Right.
Hey, we're going to come back to that. Okay, when did you come into yours?
I'm going to say 16. 16 because I was the guy I was a little kid. Like, I was like the kid that was like 5'4", 5'5", all the way, like, I was the shortest kid in elementary in my class, short one in junior high. I don't know what happened that 10th grade summer. I went from like 5'7" to the height I am now in one summer. And up until that moment, contacts weren't available for people that had the astigmatism that I have. So I was glassed out all elementary, all junior
Coke
high.
bottle.
Big. I'm talking about Horace Grant.
Wow.
And I think I played sports too. So I'm Horace Grant out there. Like it was out of control. And then this summer, the doctor was like, "Yo, man, I think Rod can wear contacts now." So I'm at home over the summer. I've never been to school without glasses on, ever, in my whole school career.
Oh, my goodness.
Grew a mustache, grew a beard, sideburns grew in, took the glasses off, had contacts. I was driving, and I was taller than all the girls that I had crushes on. Man, that changed everything.
So you was winning.
Oh, man. And I started dunking. Oh, it was amazing. It was a great time, man.
All right.
Whew.
So you still in yours?
I'm still feeling pretty good.
That's great. So KD, when do you think you'll?
I want to take a minute for a second. I want to get back over here. You said since 16.
Yeah, I've been pretty cool. I've been pretty confident. Yeah,
you've been winning.
I mean, if you talking about me feeling good about me?
No.
I mean, I've had some peaks and valleys. it's some stuff that went up and down.
Some ebbs and flows.
That was the first moment I was like, yo, okay. All right, I grew into this head.
You know, for me, I mean, I think it was like two periods. One, when I was 17, and 17 going into 18. That summer before I went to college, I grew up to 6'2", and my voice just did this.
Of course.
Over the summer, and then I had another 2-inch growth after that. But that was one. But I didn't have the confidence to go with it,
right?
Because I didn't think that okay, I got a deep voice, whatever, but you're still ugly. I didn't really know. I had girlfriends and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't really, I was like, you skinny.
You was like, I'm medium ugly.
I'm low key. I ain't my brother Ray. He can't keep him away. And then I got in syndicated radio, and I started hearing people outside of where I'm from telling me, you're fine, right? Me? Now, by this time, I'm married. I don't even want to talk about it.
It's okay, we can skip it.
I don't even want to.
Nah, I think you should stop that whole conversation. I don't even know why you went there. Why'd you go that direction?
Because I'm saying to you that it just...
There was a moment where he realized I might be that.
No, right around 23. Now I'm syndicated. I'm all across in 50 cities. I'm getting a whole lot of different attention. Now I'm starting to say, hey, I must be something. But it wasn't really until I got in my 40s that I realized, oh yeah, I'm a problem. I'm a whole problem.
Wow.
I'm a whole problem. Yeah,
pretty good.
I'm amazing, actually.
Excuse me. I must ask you, what kind of cologne is that?
I'm glad you asked. It's called Sweat.
Wow. Con.
By Keith?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey. They loved it when I said that. Oh, Sweat? Is that Sweat?
Wow. How about you, Con? When did you come into your own?
I was 3 years old.
Wow, you
Stop
bastard.
it, Con.
And back to the show.
Stop it.
My babysitter was changing my diaper, and she said, oh, my.
Oh, God. No,
and I knew then I was pulling.
Way left. Let me see. Yeah, no, I was about 3. I was about 3 years old, and I was born an ugly baby. Okay, let me just put that out there.
Well, so clarification, all babies are ugly?
I don't know.
No, but like my mom called me Elmer Fudd. Still don't know who that is to this day.
Whoa.
But yeah, there you go.
I feel old.
You was a bald, chubby baby.
No, I had a whole bunch of hair. So, but my hair went down to like here. It was all slick, she said. Like it was.
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, and Mr. Magoo. That's what my father used to call me.
I still don't
Mr. Yeah, Mr.
Magoo. Both of these are white.
Don't pay the corner. Because he said it so quickly. I still don't get it.
He's the white guy that chases Bugs Bunny with the shotgun.
That's Elmer Fudd.
That's Elmer Fudd. Then Mr. Magoo is the blind guy with the bifocals for a windshield.
Yeah. All of them are cartoons, though. That's the funny thing.
I don't see color, Rod. I don't know why you have to differentiate.
No, I'm just letting you know that they're both bald-headed white guys.
Oh.
But I don't see colors, so I just knew they were bald-headed guys. That
And then
I just need you to get better with your life in this culture today.
All
right.
Here we go. I'm sorry.
But then I got cute after a while, and I've been cute ever since.
Losing me. All right.
I want to go back to that. You cute.
Oh my God, I'm adorable.
Yes.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Come on, Con. Yeah, you got to love yourself.
If don't nobody else think
Sometimes
yeah, you do.
you have to speak hope but yourself.
Yo, yeah, wrong words and everything, but I get where you're going with it.
I was going with it. I felt it though.
Oh Lord.
All right, so okay, there you go. I saw this video and I was like, man, I don't get it. I don't know if y'all saw it. So there was this young girl who decided that she wanted to give her parents some news about her life choices. So she decided to gather them, along with the cat that was, walking around, into the living room and let them know via PowerPoint, mind you.
That's nice.
I, mom and dad, am an adult dancer. She told them basically, this is what I've chosen to do, did the PowerPoint, and at the end, the article said, and the video said that they supported her. They was like, oh, cool, okay, we support you, sex positive, it's a, positive environment. There are no illicit activities going on or anything like that. She said, anything like that. And the dad was like, oh, okay, cool. And it made me think, first of all, that is a father's worst nightmare. His daughter ended up on the pole. Worst nightmare. So it made me think, what are some things that you would never want your child to tell you about themselves?
So I think that the only thing that I would probably be concerned about is if my daughter or son came to me and told me that they were involved in the world's oldest profession. We know
right. Okay. Touching and agreeing for an offer.
Change.
Yeah, not because there's a problem with it.
Change was so strange.
I'm all for, people getting their bread because that's what you do. I'm not judging anybody for it. But my concern is, why did you feel like you couldn't come to me because most of the time, if I know about this profession, people are doing it for the money. They're not doing it because they like to, be with different people every night.
Wait. Why didn't they come to you for the money?
For financial assistance, yeah. If you feel like times is hard and I got to get this money.
I would not have thought about it like that.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is I don't ever want because I went through this a little bit as a child. I don't ever want my children to be in a position where they feel like they can't tell me anything. And that's more scary for me than whatever you could tell me.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what you're dealing with, what's going on, how you're hurting, what you're processing, what you're not processing, and you feel like you have nobody to talk to.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Jesus. How about that? My daughter, she tells me she's very open with me, and I'm like sometimes, I could have lived the rest of my life without hearing that. I'd have been all right. But I would rather her be honest with saying to me, because sometimes it's not just to inform me of what's going on. I think sometimes for her, it's just, I need somebody to tell the whole truth to about this.
Confidence.
So I don't really want to, put her, but she's in college now, 18 years old, learning life on a different spectrum. So I do the best I can to kind of, give her the game. But boy, it's a tough one. Now, so for me, that would be the toughest thing for me to hear my child say, well, I decided to poll. Because now I'm thinking, like you ain't got to do that. But yeah, the kind of money that she would probably get from that. Yeah, well, you in school, baby girl. Hey, you ain't paying for that. Right. What you need all that money for? In my mind, but no, I don't want to. Yeah, you can't tell me about the poll.
For me, I actually wouldn't mind the poll, but that requires a certain certification. I'm cool with that. It's the online aspect of it that would mess me up.
That she's got an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, like that would mess me up more than anything.
Imagine?
You can never delete. Like you put something on the web.
Can you think about it?
All your church people, all your family.
No, nothing beyond that. You decide that today is the day. You know what? I don't watch this mess, but dang it, I'm watching it today.
And it's your
and
child.
You go online and you clicking through and you see. Oh my God! I would want to jump off a cliff. I couldn't. I could. Oh,
that's a lot.
In the name of Jesus, Lord, that will never be my reality. In Jesus' name, Amen.
Sound good.
Amen.
Amen.
I need agreement.
And
I need agreement.
I got you.
Right. Thank you. You know what? I'm sick of you.
Touching and agreeing. Oh, man.
That's what they were doing.
They were both in agreement.
Oh, my gosh. All right, just so for you?
No, it's the same thing Tiny said. I would hate for my children to tell me that they feel like they can't talk to me about certain things. That would break me down. Like, Dad, I'm never talking to you about anything because I can't tell you stuff. Oh, I would melt.
Because what kind of person do they see you as? That's my thing. You don't really see me as your parent. Like you see me as the I'm the ops.
you don't think we're close.
Right.
I mean, we have no relationship. You feel like you can't talk to me. I feel like you think we don't have a relationship at all. And that would just hurt, especially if we're in the same household. You know, me, I grew up in a single parent household. So we have both parents in the house. Like, that would hurt me on a whole nother level. Like, we're in the same house and you still feel like you can't come to me.
But you know that there's got to be there's a science to being able to have your kid talk to you. Like, you really have to put on the poker face. You got to listen to understand. You got to ask questions without jumping to conclusions. At having older kids, 19, 18. Cameron is 17. But I'm saying, like, I have to be like their friend. And I spent my life saying I'm not your little friend. Well, I got to be a big friend now because, I want you to be honest and tell me stuff. And he's told me stuff. She's told me stuff. Cameron, he's telling me stuff too. So
yeah, it's shocking. But you got to keep that poker face.
And what's interesting is when they tell one parent, but they don't tell the other. Now, I don't want to deviate, but I'm going to have to. If your child tells you something, is it your obligation to tell the spouse?
I got over that. My mama tell my daddy everything. That's her. You have to think. That's her best friend.
So does that make you not
That's her person. No.
Tell her stuff?
No, because I trust both of my parents equally. Now, my dad, I've shared this with him, so when he sees this, he's not going to freak. But I feel like I relate more to my mom because she's more understanding. She'll let me get it out. And she'll respond and tell me what she thinks I can do. My dad always comes from, he's always been the disciplinarian. So he comes from the place of, well, this is what you need to do. And I've had to tell him, Daddy, I don't need that right now. I need you to be my daddy. I need you to just say yes. Whatever I'm saying, just accept it.
Especially if you were an adult. Because at the end of the day, what you going to do? Like, what can you legitimately do that will make me not do what I have chosen that I'm going to do?
Not a thing, especially when I ain't in your house.
Boom. Yeah. I'm about to go home.
Paying my own bills. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a thing about being an adult. Like, the strings are unattached now. You can say, well, I don't appreciate it. I understand. I've had my mom call me before. Why you post that video? Do you want me to take it down? No, I'm just saying. All right.
Bruh.
I'll talk to you next
week. I had that conversation twice. I had to go deep with it.
Yeah, this is my job.
Tell your friends stop looking at my stuff.
Oh,
I had to tell him because the pastor, God rest his soul. I lost my pastor last week, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but she's like, this person from the church said they saying you be cussing on there. I like, but why they keep watching?
Right.
Why do they keep watching?
Because you're hilarious.
But then they're bothered that I curse sometimes. But I curse in some of my videos.
They just want to say something.
Exactly. That's why I had to tell her.
Mom.
I said, Mom, they listen to Tupac on the way to church.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they can.
How do you want it?
They can cancel it.
For me though, when it comes to telling one parent and not telling the other, I grew up where it would keep me from telling a parent just because I didn't want my parents fighting over the decision that I had or the whatever it was that I was doing. Yeah. Like, I didn't want my dad getting mad, but my mom was like, it's okay.
Look at y'all, all your parents at the house.
Do we need a moment? Do you need to?
I need a second.
But you know what? What my mom did, because my dad was in fact a disciplinarian. What she would do is, because kids are gonna take the route of least resistance, so we would always want to ask her, and she would say even the stuff that she could legitimately say yes and no to. She would say, "Ask your daddy." Yeah, Mama, you can't just say yes. No,
but he get the last say. Daddy. He get the last say, and if he say no. No, it is.
Go ask your daddy.
She was intentional about making sure that, no, you're not going to segment us. You're not going to drive a wedge between us. What's going to happen is, this is what it is. Go ask your daddy.
Period.
And sometimes he'd be like, I don't care. But then sometimes he'd be like, no, get in the house.
Wow.
Yeah, just because. And she respected it. She just let it go because she said, what my kids are not going to do is, because if you start taking the path of least resistance and you don't want to deal with or confront a man, then you're going to spend the rest of your life taking that easy path, having a difficult time talking to men, dealing with men, and challenging men, being in the same room with men. And if a man comes in there, he's got a his tone is a little tough. You cower. You go into a little hole. Nope. My mom made us. No, you're going to ask your dad. Even the tough stuff. Like, we had to say, hey, I got a speeding ticket. Go tell your daddy. I just told you, though. You can't tell him? Nope. I'm not going to tell him. You tell him. Man, the challenge is, bro. And it's little things that I don't think that we get as parents sometimes, that we allow our kids. We don't know that we're making them, especially our boys, we don't know that we're making them not be not aggressive, but they're not being forward, or they're not being, what's the word I'm trying to say? The
confident, forthcoming,
confident, yeah, all of that.
Gonna be my friend on Family Feud. I love it.
Got all the words.
Quick.
Well, I mean, I do have a degree in English literature, so I know a lot of words.
Extrovert.
Yeah, like you miss out on that, and you can tell when you go into a room and the dude can't look you in the eye. You're talking to him, he all like this. It's just weird.
But that's the thing for people. Some people really hate eye contact. Have you noticed that? Some people don't like. If you look at them in the eyes, they start looking down immediately. I know, and I'm talking about some strong people. They just were raised differently, where their parents be like, "Don't look me in the eye." So sometimes it's that too.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. So it's like I make eye contact with people and it makes them uncomfortable. Like, why are you staring at me? I'm like, I'm listening to you.
Well, you got to blink, Rod.
I am blinking. You know what I mean? I'm
not too fast though. It's like a regular blink.
There's a science to this.
Yeah, there's a science to the blink.
You can't be out here just blinking all willy nilly. What's wrong with you? I'm listening.
Man, okay, so man. Speaking of just dudes that, okay, you're a lot. You're a lot to deal with. Umar Johnson.
Oh man.
Umar Johnson. Oh, praise be Allah. He got married.
Not just married.
Grand Rising.
He had a triangle wedding.
And looked a mess.
This is the first time I've seen the picture.
Yeah. These are the women.
Looked
right
a mess.
Here.
He looked a mess.
No, his suit is nice.
Whose child is this?
Is that his? What child is this?
I don't know what child that is.
What child is this?
Caught that. Okay, so clearly polygamy is illegal in the United States. So this is probably more ceremonial than anything. But yeah, I guess he's letting the world know I got two of them. And he had a statement. He said to my two lovely queens, I thank the Creator for both of you.
I'm already annoyed.
Wow.
African vanilla and African lemonade. African with a K.
He did not say African lemonade.
I guess he did. I promise to honor you both forever. I will never leave your side. I shall never look upon another woman in any way other than a sister. I thank you for coming into my world, into my life. You are my goddess.
Oh, no.
Lowercase g.
So not goddesses.
Nope.
He said goddess.
It's the singularity of the nouns for me.
It was a typo. It's goddesses.
Okay.
So it's got to be goddesses because Anyway, you are the only two women I need. You are the left side of my heart, and you are the right.
That's deep, though.
Until the day we leave to be with our ancestors, I promise to always honor you as the goddesses that you are.
It's heartfelt.
May God protect our family. May God bless our union. So, okay, I don't know. Would you get married to two people if it was legal? Whatever.
Man.
No, excuse me.
Tell me how you feel.
So I feel like I cannot divide my time like that. It takes already too long to learn somebody, what makes them tick, what they like, what they don't like. I'm not saying it can't work for other people, because obviously that's also one of the oldest things in history. People have done it and it has worked. It's not going to work for me. If you're mine, you're mine. And I'm going to be yours. And we're going to figure everything out together. But when you start, it's a lot easier to make decisions and agree on things with less people. When you start bringing in 2 and 3 and 4 or more other people, no, this is disarray. This is foolishness. I ain't got time for that.
I love jazz with all of my being. But to have 2 of those in the house at the same time? Who? No, sir. No, ma'am. Ever. One person, that's enough, dog.
One person is enough.
Because people don't realize, even when you're dealing with one person, there's 10 people in here.
It's still work.
It's 10 people in here. And everybody. It's 10 people inside the head of yours.
Okay, so think about it like this. What if you had the wherewithal and the resources and the funds, as they do in other countries? You can only marry who you can afford to marry, quite frankly. So you can have 8 wives if you want, long as you can. What if you had a whole system that would help you be able to manage life? Okay, so for me, now, one is a lot. So I might think I might be too much for one woman. I don't think I'm enough for two. Let's just throw that out there real quick. But I do say, shout out to Joe. That was Joe's lyric. I do believe, though, that I could be the person that could do it, but I would have to modify it. It would have to be like staff. Like your live-in staff. I would just call it staff. And yeah, some of it would be women, some of it would be, men. I would just, for me, I would just have a better system with more people. So I don't know what his situation is or, whatever. I just know more people on the same page, working collaboratively, together, symbiotically, it'll work. That don't mean I'm sleeping with him. Let's just throw that out there.
You're going to have to, though.
Because that's what it kind of comes with marriage.
You and they're committed to you.
Well, I wouldn't say, okay, so I wouldn't marry them.
You're going to have to tend to
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I cannot marry more than one person.
Yeah.
We can date.
Now, that's different.
We can date more than one person.
Everybody can do that.
Until one of them takes you seriously, date them all. PSA.
Yeah, I would say keep your roster until it's locked off.
But if somebody's trying to be serious and talk about marriage, I don't think I want to do all of that with more than one person. It's a lot. Marriage is work.
And then people sneak it in now. Like, you hear people be in relationships for years, and then one of the spouses be like, yo, I want to open up. Oh, what? You can't marry somebody and tell them 5 years down the line you want to have other people. I've heard this from the male perspective and the female perspective.
All right, so let me be as real as I can be. All right, my thing is this: so you realize in your life, she realizes in her life. Let's say, for instance, what we have works, but as I grow and I kind of know more about myself, I do need something else. It's not that I don't need this, but I know I want this too. If you're not interested in this too, I can see how another person, male or female, would work if that was something that, was legal, all this stuff. I can see how it would work. I'm not telling you that it's the best option, but I can see how it would work. I mean, it happened. They did it in the Bible. All my heroes basically had more than one wife in the Bible. So clearly it can work. I'm just saying. And
eventually God struck them all down.
No, he didn't. He didn't strike them down. You're so funny.
Everyone died in the Bible. Just FYI, nobody made it out.
Wow. But if you put it that way,
well, then there's that. Yeah. But I think it could work. And is it a headache? One wife is a headache. 3 wives would be a headache. You can't escape the headache unless you just remain single, and that's a headache in itself. So I don't think that it's impossible. I'm not sure that that's something that I'm interested in like that.
Nah, I think I'm good. I mean, but to each his own.
I'm possessive. Yeah. If you cook this girl the wrong scrambled eggs, I'm diving on her. Knock all this shit.
So what if she cooked the eggs and you love them? They're delicious.
I don't see how.
Nope.
This
Nope.
Okay.
She can't cook no eggs in my house.
Okay.
I'm the only one cooking eggs.
Okay. What about the pancakes with the crispy eggs?
Ain't nobody cooking for my man but me. If he hungry, he better go to Denny's.
Hold up, but I'm saying if both of y'all married to the same guy.
No, I wouldn't do it.
It's impossible.
I wouldn't do it. It's not going to happen. It's not.
So you couldn't have staff?
No.
Oh, tiny.
If you're my executive assistant, you're my executive assistant. You will not be sleeping with my husband.
I ain't talking about sleeping with. I'm just saying like live-in staff.
No.
No.
Okay. We're talking about marriage. Are you talking about marriage?
I'm talking about staff. Now.
Okay. No.
Isn't that just like family? Like ain't that like your kids pretty much? Yeah, staff.
Well, you can fire your staff. You can't fire your kids.
Dr. Dre would disagree.
Huh?
Wow.
Dr. Dre would disagree.
It's too early, Tiny. Too early. Just happened 2 weeks ago.
I'm sorry.
Pretty tough. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm open. I'm open to that one. I'm not hating on him. I just wonder what all of the ladies that was big Umar Johnson fans can't stand Kevin Samuels. I wonder what they thinking today. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm looking at the articles. They're like,
he's getting a lot of love. He's getting a lot of love online.
Yeah.
People are like, congratulations.
Well, they say, these 2 queens. He married those 2 queens.
Beautiful ladies too, man. Beautiful ladies. That was it.
Bro, you do the most.
They were beautiful
ladies. You don't
ladies.
have to say everything.
Those were beautiful queens. I'm not doing this. See, it's the attack for me. Because I meant what I said. No matter, no matter how sarcastic y'all are being, I meant what I said.
I'm not.
I'm sure you meant it.
I did. That's why I said it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Next week on the KD Bowe Show, why do I have to want women because I don't want you? Maybe you're ugly.
Could be.
There's that part.
Maybe your teeth dirty. Wow. Maybe your breath stank. Maybe your pants too little. Maybe you got hips.
Is hips a bad thing?
It's a horrible thing.
I've heard this story.
Wait a minute.
Which leads us to our next
Let me
story.
get back, because I was just
I need everybody to know there ain't nothing like the KD Bowe Show. Oh, KD Bowe Show, for show, for show. Let go. The KD Bowe Show, for show, for show. Right here. KD Bowe Show, for show, for show. KD Bowe Show, for show. Stick around, might just play your favorite song. It's that show you've been waiting on all day long. If an encouraging word is what you need, you can always count on KD. Never disappointed. Right here is where you wanna be. We can talk about how to